Okay, so Interstellar. Where do I even start with this movie? It's one of those films that hits you emotionally and scientifically at the same time, and somehow Christopher Nolan pulls it off. So, the movie is set in the near future. Earth is basically dying. Crops are failing. There are constant dust storms, and humanity is running out of food. The world has given up on big ambitions. Like, people aren't even really doing science anymore. Everyone's just trying to survive. Our main character is Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey, and he's a former NASA pilot and engineer who's now just a farmer because that's what the world needs. He's raising his two kids, Tom and Murph, short for Murphy, is this brilliant, curious little girl who thinks there's a ghost in her room messing with her books and stuff. Cooper figures out that the ghost is actually some kind of gravitational signal, like something is sending them coordinates through dust patterns and binary code. They follow the coordinates and they find a secret underground NASA facility. Turns out NASA has been operating in secret the whole time. And they've been working on a plan to save humanity. The plan? There's a wormhole, a literal wormhole in space that appeared near Saturn. Nobody knows who put it there, but it leads to another galaxy where there are potentially habitable planets. NASA has already sent an earlier mission, called the Lazarus mission, through the wormhole to scout out these planets. And now, they need Cooper to pilot a new mission called Endurance to go find which planet is actually viable for humanity. Here's where it gets emotional. Cooper has to leave his kids, possibly forever, because of time dilation. The closer you get to a black hole or travel at realistic speeds, the slower time moves for you compared to people back on Earth. So hours for him could be years for his kids. Murph is devastated, like genuinely heartbroken, and that goodbye scene wrecks you. So Cooper and his crew, including Brand, played by Anne Hathaway, go through the wormhole and start visiting planets. The first planet they visit is right next to a massive black hole called Gargantua. And because of that proximity, 1 hour on that planet equals 7 years on Earth. They spend just a few hours there, come back to the ship, and their crewmate who stayed behind has aged 23 years. Then they go to another planet and find one of the original Lazarus astronauts, played by Matt Damon, who has been alone on this icy, desolate world for years. And he's not okay. He ends up betraying the crew in a desperate attempt to get back to Earth. It's a whole thing. There's a crash, there's a fight, it's intense. Eventually, Cooper makes a sacrifice. To save Brand and give her enough fuel to reach the last potential habitable planet, he and a robot named Tars eject into the black hole, into Gargantua, fully expecting to die. And this is where the movie goes full sci-fi. Instead of dying, Cooper ends up inside this 5-dimensional space, a tesseract, that was apparently constructed by future humans who have evolved beyond our understanding of time and space. Inside this tesseract, he can see different moments in time in Murph's bedroom, like shelves. He can interact with the past. He realizes he was the ghost all along. He was sending the signals to young Murph and to himself, guiding them towards NASA. He uses Tars' data collected from inside the black hole about quantum gravity, and communicates it to adult Murph through Morse code in the hands of her old watch. Murph figures it out, uses the data to solve the equation that allows humans to get off Earth, and saves humanity. Cooper gets spit out near Saturn, gets rescued, and wakes up on a space habitat where humanity is now thriving. He's barely aged. Murph is now an old woman on her deathbed. They reunite. She tells him to go find Brand, who made it to the new planet. And the movie ends with Cooper heading out to find her. It's a movie about love, time, sacrifice, and the idea that love itself might be the force that transcends dimensions. Heavy stuff, but absolutely worth every minute.